All right, we're going to be talking about climate zones this unit. So this is something that you have in your packet. You're going to cut it out to where it looks like this. We're going to fold it in half and glue it in just like that. You are going to need a red crayon. You are going to need a blue crayon, and you are going to need a yellow or a orange crayon. I have my red, I have that. Now I need to find my blue. We have those. There we go. Okay, and you need a pen. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to write climate zones on the top. Remember, we talked about climate is a period of time where you take the average of the weather and you see how the average weather is. Now, it is determined by where things are located in addition to other factors, but we are going to be talking about locations and why those locations have certain weather patterns. Okay, so we have 3 different climate zones that we're going to talk about. Now, the first one is tropical. This one is going to be colored blue on the map. The next one is temperate, like temperature, but with an E. That is going to be red on the map. And I'm not going to press hard, I'm just going to make it light. And the last one is going to be polar, like the bear. And that is going to be orange on the map. So what are these different kinds of climate zones? Now the first one is tropical. This is warm all year round. With lots of rain. Because with warm temperatures brings rain. This is closer to the equator. It's the closest to the equator, which is the imaginary line that divides the world in half. So this is actually going to, you pause it and finish that, and then we will do the map for that. Okay. So I'm actually going to take a marker and I'm going to divide it in half. Now this is very important that you do it just like this. I'm going to find right here, which is Brazil, and I'm going to go where these, just right there. This is an estimate, remember. It's going to go through these countries. It's going to go through those countries and there. Okay? So that's an estimate. This is the equator. Now, no, it doesn't divide the paper in half evenly because I cut it differently, but that is where the equator goes, and that is where we divide our Earth in half. So as we go out, we're going to have one on the top and one on the bottom. So we start our, we start our equator, our tropical at the equator, and it ends about here. Let's see. I'm going to do this line here. Just through there. Okay, now remember this is an estimation because we do not have the exact map right here. Okay, So we're going to take our marker and we are, or not marker, our crayon, and we're going to color this blue. All of this, the same distance, even though it doesn't look from that, it should be about the same distance from the top to the equator, from the bottom to the equator. Now the reason why it's warmer is because the Earth is wider in the middle, and that makes it closer to the sun, and it makes it warmer. So that is tropical. We are going to make a key right here. Tropical is going to be blue. That way we know what the colors represent. Now the next one is going to be red. And that is going to be temperate. Now if you haven't finished coloring this, pause and do that. But we're going to go talk about temperate next. So a temperate temperature is cold winters, hot summers, and it has 4 seasons. So basically when you think about America and how they have hot summers, but they have cold winters, they have snow, that is temperate. Florida is subtropical, so we are almost to tropical, but temperate is pretty much the majority of America. So we're going to find where that goes. That goes all the way up to just below Alaska, through Canada, all the way to the south of, let's see, I think I went a little bit too low there. We're actually supposed to go there. Okay, there we go. My line got a little too low because it's the bottom of here through Russia. And Korea. Okay, there we go. Now, this goes all the way here to its bottom. Okay. So we're going to color this red. We're going to color this red. So that is our temperate region. Now the last region that we have is the polar region. And that is going to be orange. Now the polar region is very cold. It is cold all year. It is icy all year. And it's the most northern and southern parts of the world. Okay. So we're going to take that. This down here is Antarctica. And then this is up here is, I actually just saw a TV show where they went to a bunch of hotels right here, and they were snow hotels, and the hotels were made out of snow. They were like igloos because it was so cold all year round that they could do that in this area. Pretty cool if you ask me. So those are our climate zones.